Good evening, New Sam. Tonight's scene set in Bianca's place of work. Well, her place of work for now. That'll be changing soon. For the time being, she's still taking clients regularly. She's having a fairly good night so far. She seems to most nights. Seems she's distanced herself for the most part of her troubles of the past. Tonight she's in with a client when Miss Tootie arrives. She'll see Miranda at the front desk when she arrives.
Yeah, Tree will walk up very nervously to the desk and she'll just say, is Miss Cassidy in?
Yes, my dear. She's with a client. She'll be out in a little bit. I can let her know you're here then, if you'd like.
She nods. Just tell her Daniel Delavine is here.
Of course. And you're there probably 15 minutes before a guy who looks all flushed and flustered comes walking out and leaves the building. And Miranda, the woman at the desk, gets up and heads back into the room where Bianca was. A little bit, a few set minutes, no, not minutes, a short little bit, maybe 30 seconds later, Bianca comes out and says, "My dear, it's a pleasure to see you. What can I do for you tonight?"
I was hoping to talk to you, maybe a bit privately.
Suddenly, she opens the door to her office.
She walk in nervously, like tugging at her stereotypical satchel. She kind of just sits down awkwardly in the chair, then kind of giving Bianca a nervous smile.
Bianca sits in the chair across from you. "So, what can I do for you?"
Just wanting to see how you are first, and then talk to you about a few things. How have you been?
"I am as alive and well as I have been for years."
I ran into Sin not too long ago. Again,
"Again? Huh. Seems she's getting out making herself popular."
I'm giving you a heads up. She's making a bit of a fool of herself.
"Is that so? And what did she
Hmm.
do?" She leans in, putting her chin in her hand.
Well, she's dressing. First of all, she's dressing kind of clothes that really did not match her size. As Judy's eyes kind of widen. Then she told me, well, in full view of like me, Isabel, Bartholomew Bonchet, who's Duloc's child,
Oh,
and this new guy. I think Isabel said he was Annabelle's. Um, that she nearly bet someone to death.
did she do this recently? Or
She said it wasn't recently, and that's a good thing. You know, and so I thought it'd be better to come to you and maybe say something just in case she gets you guys in trouble, particularly with Duloc's kid there.
well, I'll talk to Brock, see what he has to say. She's
Yeah, it's
already not
just
on my good list, so
oh well, she I saw her in the park and she wasn't exactly. I don't know. You sure she's a Bruja?
if she is Brock's, then yes.
Hmm. She's just odd. That's all.
We
But
all are in our own ways, I suppose.
she just nods. I just thought I'd give you a heads up, just so Duloc doesn't come running up to you and Elysium being his slimy self.
Oh, if he ever came running up to me, I'd be surprised. He's afraid of me.
She just gives a smile. Huh,
I
that's
don't know
good.
why that is. I'm so sweet and lovable.
Yes, anyway. Um, you said you didn't talk to much people, so I thought I'd come talk to you. I don't get on that much with everyone. She kind of just tugs her hair awkwardly.
Well, I appreciate the company. No, I only get to talk to a handful of people in my clan. Most of them are busy with one thing or another. Now that Isabel's more or less out of the picture, well, I don't have much interaction outside of my clan. Teddy's always busy with cutting people open, it seems.
Yeah, yeah, he is. You can talk to me if you want. Like I do work a lot, but I try to make time.
I'll keep that in mind, my dear. Thank you.
Just, I was just wondering, were you serious about what I told you about making them? She kind of squirms a bit. You know,
Oh, yes. Quite so.
it's just that his father works in K Bank, so they're really rich. You know?
K-Bank. Hmm. Well, I guess I might have to make friends with the Giovanni then. They're the ones that own K-Bank, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. I didn't really look into it. I'm kind of nervous about doing it. I don't want to look at him. She kind of just squirms uncomfortably.
Let's see. There's Elysium coming up, what, later this week, next week? Somewhere in there?
Maybe.
Well, if you see Hamish, do you know who Hamish is?
She nods her head. I've dealt with Hamish before.
Ask him if they are the ones that own K-Bank, because if so, for the right price, never sure what that price will be, you may be able to cause far more trouble with his father and him than they anticipate.
Okay. I can. Yeah. She just nods. They.
You want them to
Yeah.
suffer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really do.
Well, losing every bit of influence and power they have will quickly cast them down where they are easily touchable.
Hmm. Yeah. That would be good. That'd be really good. She kind of. Her eyes kind of widen as she looks up. Why would you want to help me, though? We don't. I'm just curious.
Your story touched me, my dear. It hit far too close to home.
She actually walks over to the other side of the table and like takes hold of your hand. You were hurt as well?
Yes, a long time ago.
I'm sorry.
So if you ever see me having a bad night, jumping at the slightest thing, probably a little too close to the memories.
You don't have to worry, Bianca. That's me every night. She just kind of gives you a sad smile.
She squeezes your hand reassuringly.
They seem to be getting worse lately. Maybe it's because I worry about being infected and stuff. So yeah.
They still haven't gone back to you.
You can tell the worry on her face when she shakes her head.
Must be the slowest lab in town.
Hmm. I think Teddy wants to do some of his tests tomorrow.
Well, just take care of yourself, my dear. And if you're worried, you said you're in pharmaceuticals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get some antibiotics and pop them into somebody and have a meal. Can't hurt.
I just I don't want to be infected. That's all. I don't want that. It makes me uncomfortable.
Well, well, if you take the antibiotics, it'll kill off whatever might be in there that's somehow still surviving.
Just I don't want to go talk to Lily about it because I don't want to scare her.
Yes, well, it's always best to talk to people after you have all the information.
Mm-hmm. I'm just that yesterday. She kind of looks down. I just couldn't handle what happened. That's all.
It's all right, my dear. And she pats her knee.
How have you been doing? I'm sure this isn't easy. What's happened and all that.
I'm getting by, trying to keep myself distracted. New business opportunities opening up,
Oh,
so I'm excited about that. Yes, I'll be having a club. Still take a few clients here and there, but
wow.
I'll be living the easy life.
Who knows? You might be living. You worry. I live up in the little finger, and I'm still getting used to that easy life. She just gives a smile.
Well, on the upside, I'll never have to pay for groceries again, so.
Yeah, I still like to pay for some just for the smell. You know.
Oh, that's very understandable.
It's just. I just.
Some
Uh,
memories are good.
she just gives you a soft squeeze, and she looks at you. I met with Isabel before, and she seemed sad and stuff. So I wanted to check on you because she sees sad. I can only imagine how you were feeling. You know.
Uh, yes. I'm not mad at her. I understand her position. The torment she's receiving from her clan. So I don't fault her for that. She's got to do what's best for her.
But there's a but coming. I know there is. She gives you kind of a smile. She sits down on the table.
There is a but, and somebody will pay.
Oh,
Oh,
and who'd
yes.
that be?
I'll wait to share that information until I have all the pertinence in place for said payment.
Would this be? She kind of leans in really close. Would this be Kara?
I don't know, my dear. I just don't know. Do you believe
Because
her, or do
Isabel.
you?
She doesn't believe you. Isabel asked her to help with stuff,
You
so
can
she's
roll
kind of looking at you.
perception empathy then,
Yeah, she does not believe you
because
in the
I rolled
slightest.
horribly, so you actually have a chance of it.
I know, yeah, I know. Two.
Yeah, you know maybe she's got too much of a grin as she says that, but you're pretty sure
Uh
that
huh.
it does have to do with Kara.
She just nods. Uh huh. And if a certain person may, instead of going to Isabel, give the information to you, what would you do for them? She just gives you a smile.
It would depend on the value of the information given.
Well, I know Victor, who's friends with Kara, and Teddy's friends with Kara. I've asked both of them to get me closer to Kara so I can study her, know her things. I remember a lot of things, Isabel. I remember a lot of things. Bianca. She would say Bianca. That's just me. Um, um, I remember a lot of things,
I know you do, my
and
dear.
if I can just talk to her and get to know her a bit more, I could find out a good few number of things. And if you want me to give it to you instead of Isabel, I can do that. It's just, what would you help me out with?
Well, I'll definitely help you out with the problem once it's reachable.
I wasn't going to ask you to help out with that. She kind of looks at you. I just,
I'd have done
maybe
that
you
for
could.
free.
She kind of just looks at you really surprised, and she just squeezes your hand when you say that. I I just would like a friend in the Bruja, maybe. Even a friend?
I can do friend.
Just, but if you want, I can maybe just give the information on Kara to you instead of Isabel.
Don't hold it back from her. I'm sure she's got her own
Oh,
plans in the making.
I'm sure she does, but sire and child is always really different. No matter how much you hate them, they did kill you, and sometimes you miss them.
I know.
She gives you probably the same look as well, and just squeezes your hand tightly again.
Yeah. It's hard when they're gone.
Hmm.
When I think about Kara though, think of all that money she's just hoarding. Think of all the people she could help.
Maybe. She does have a lot of money, apparently.
Oh yes. Yes she does.
Hmm.
I know, maybe one day I'll talk her into helping out people. Probably not. She doesn't want to have word one with me.
I could talk to her. I mean, she just think I'm sweet and innocent, right?
Oh, you are, my dear. And she gives you a little wink.
She just smiles back. I'm not as innocent as I used to be.
Yeah, well, a war will do that to you.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. She kind of just looks down. Yeah, it will. But I like you, Bianca. You seem genuine. You know,
I try to be honest, forthright.
it's nice for a change. You don't have to play games. He just kind of smiles.
I take after my Primogen in that manner.
Hmm. I
I don't
saw.
think you've ever told a lie.
Uh, she looks kind of really. Wow. I saw him fight in Hyde Park. He had the chain. That was amazing. I was, you know, he was whipping people around the place. It was really cool.
Not surprised. Sounds like him.
Hmm. He seemed interesting, but
Maybe if
just
he's at the next Elysium, I'll introduce you.
that would be
Proper
nice.
like.
Maybe actually, she kind of looks. You're friends with the Nosferatu. They seem to like you.
I am.
Would you help me rebuild me embarrassing myself?
Of course, my dear.
It's just, you know, I feel really bad. Maybe if you could like talk to Meinhof or something, maybe I could apologize for my behavior or something. I don't know.
Sure. I'll see what Meinhof has to say.
Because tell him I just got a bit frightened, and that's all. I didn't mean any disrespect, and I like Meinhof. He's nice.
I think that's half the reason they were playing the game. Was to get a rise out of us pretties.
That's not nice though. It's not nice to make people afraid. I mean, why make
It's not nice to laugh and point at people either, but people still do it.
true?
And sometimes not even meaning to be of any offense.
Yeah, well, maybe they should listen to Sly and see what he calls me the whole time. She kind of just shrugs. At least they're have their problems on the outside. They don't have it on the inside. They don't. Their
Oh,
mind doesn't
there.
deteriorate.
You might be surprised, my dear. They may not be as bad, but some definitely do have deeper seated issues.
Is Beatrix one of them? the woman.
She can be a bit distant. She prefers to be on the giving end of the teasing versus the receiving end, like Meinhof was trying to do with her.
Ah, I see. Is it 'cause she used to be pretty?
Probably.
She
I'm
just
just waiting for
nods.
the day she asks me for a kiss. I've been getting myself ready for years now.
Oh,
Nigh on a decade.
she wants to kiss you. She kind of
Oh,
looks
I think
like.
so. It's been kind of teasingly hinted at, but usually it's been in reference to how lucky I am to have a girl to kiss. Back when I had Isabel.
You should tell her you don't have a girl anymore and see what happens.
You know, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, there won't be anyone kissing me for a while. She kind of just smiles to herself.
Oh, darn, there goes my plans for the rest of the evening.
She, yeah, she spends a pint of blood to blush. She blushes quite profusely.
You know, a girl who
Um,
blushes is quite adorable.
uh, I, she kind of is kind of stuttering. She just doesn't know what to say. Why would you want to kiss me? Um,
Pretty girl, smart, to boot. What's not want to kiss?
she kind of just looks at you kind of oddly. I'm not pretty. No, no. Besides,
Out of character, she's appearance 3, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, she's appearance 3.
You know, there's a song about a girl like you. I think it's a country and western song. She don't know she's beautiful.
She's kind of just like putting her hand over her face, like very kind of shy. Oh, if she kind of not used to being someone being this forward and this like complimentary, so she kind of just blushes and kind of just here. That's nice, Bianca. I'm just not used to this. That's all. Not used to that. You know.
That's alright, my dear. Not everybody is. That's
I u-
okay.
I used to be. I used to be a model actually. She kind of looks at you.
I could see that.
I did a few shoots and runways and stuff.
Really?
Hmm.
For who? My dear girl out there is a photographer. I know she's worked for a few talent agencies, modeling contracts.
It would have been stuff in the when I was going to college and stuff. It helped kind of pay the way a bit. And I did some low key dealing as well. You know, it was kind of anything to pay because we didn't have a lot of money.
Was that here in
So,
New Sarum?
hmm
Huh. I'll have to see if she has any pictures of you.
I didn't do any nude ones. She kind of looks kind of like I did just a couple of normal stuff. It wasn't anything serious.
Would you like to? I'm sure she'd be more than happy to take your photos. Let them just be
Photos.
just for you.
Um, she kind of looks a bit awkward. She says very awkwardly, I have scars on my abdomen. I don't want people to see them.
Well, she's an excellent photographer, my dear. She knows all the right angles to hide such things.
Maybe when I get a bit more confident, I might try it again.
All
You
right.
know, but
I'll let her know.
she
And it can be
kind of
just you two if you won't.
you can be there if you want. It'd be nice to have someone who's a friend. Like, give me some
I'd be
confidence.
honored.
She actually gives you a peck on the cheek for that. It's very good natured, and she just squeezes your hand.
She'll kiss you back on the cheek when you do that.
She's kind of not expecting it. She kind of just like awkwardly kind of leans back. Huh, thanks.
You're welcome, my dear.
But thanks for coming to talk, listen to me. I know I get a bit. She like looks over as if she hears something. I know I'm a bit. Probably people think I'm weird or something. But thanks for listening.
You're very welcome. And weird's only defined by the people you're around. If the people you're around are okay with it, then it's not weird, it's normal.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you and Isabella and Teddy are the ones that don't think I'm Victor. But I'm glad you guys look at me and don't see me like Sly sees me in a straitjacket. You know?
See you in a straitjacket. And for a moment, she looks like she's almost trying to imagine that. I just don't see it as your style.
She kind of like giggles profusely and she actually hugs you. Thank you, Bianca. I needed that.
You're welcome, my dear. She'll hug you
Yeah,
back.
I better go. I better yeah. She kind of looks very awkwardly at you, kind of smiling, and she thinks about doing something, but she's like, no, no, God, no. And she kind of takes a step up and starts to awkwardly shuffle away. Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear.
She kind of awkwardly runs out of the room, quite embarrassed, and just waves at the person at the desk, and is walking down the street, very very embarrassed.
Bianca watches her leave. Sweet girl, a little timid. Seems like we'll be having a lot of fun getting her used to the Nosferatu. And I think that is where this scene will end.